guys. Okay, you know the drill. Give me just a minute to get everything set up and make sure that I'm in all the right places where I'm supposed to be. It looks like we already have people on waiting. So that is great. I have to open up another window, I think, is how I've always been doing this. Now that I'm talking, I feel like I sound congested. My ear is still plugged. I'm still waiting on the ear, nose, and throat specialist to call me back to schedule my appointment. Okay, guys, I'm just trying to make sure. Hey, Deanna, Linda, Barb, Mary. Okay, I can see comments. If somebody could comment and let me know if you guys can hear and see me okay, I would really appreciate that. And then we will get started. I know there's just a little bit of a delay. While we're waiting, I'll just introduce myself for those of you that might be new. Hey, Janet. My name is Bobby. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I go live every Wednesday at noon and offer you my free online class. If you make a purchase with me in my online store, you can earn my make and take packets for the cards that I'm making and sharing with you today. You would get 6 free make and take packets where you would make 2 of each of the 3 cards I'm going to demonstrate today. Okay, thanks, Christine. Thanks, Deanna. Okay, guys, I'm just going to go ahead and switch my camera around then, and we will get started. But before I do that, I do want to say, if you are new, or even if you're not new, you guys know the drill. If you would please comment and share on the video, that is how you'll be entered in my prize patrol for next week. At the end of the video, I always go over business details, things that I'm offering, and then announce the prize patrol winner and then what I'm giving away for next week. And it also helps me, you guys, in my business by you guys sharing and commenting. The more comments and shares you get, it helps the algorithm. So YouTube says, hey, people really want to see this. So they help push your video out. And I am really, really trying to earn that incentive trip this year. I am the closest I've ever been, and I am still thousands of dollars behind of where I should be at this point, because we're at the midway mark, and I am still quite a few $1,000s behind, but I'm not giving up because I know nothing is impossible. And I know that I have great customers and friends, and you guys always help me out. So I'm asking, please, 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 please comment, share the video. Anybody that you think that would be interested, that likes anything that I offer, that is crafty and wants to make cards, please share this information with them, especially if they don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and they are looking for a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I would love to get in contact with them. Okay, guys, thanks so much for letting me share all that with you. So this bundle that I'm going to share with you guys, how exciting. The new catalog went live yesterday. We could place orders. We could buy anything we wanted that was available in the catalog. There's only a couple of things. I think the scalloped boxes and the pick tool, I think, were the only 2 things the last time I checked was what was not unavailable for us to order. Everything else was free game. We could order. So it's so exciting, but I am going to share with you guys the Cheerful Daisies bundle. I absolutely love this. Hands down, one of my top 5 picks in the new annual catalog. Thanks, Barb. And I'm going to also, for the sentiment, I got my die from the He's All That die. And then this is the Cheerful Daisies. You can see almost all of them are gone because I'm going to use them today. But these are the dies that come with it. So it's 15 photopolymer stamps, and then you get 14 dies. This is a great bundle, you guys. Highly recommend it. If you didn't get it yesterday, what's the matter with you? Go back and get it. So this is the Fresh as a Daisy 12 by 12. You can get this as a suite in the catalog. And now I can open up my catalog and share it with you guys. I really like this DSP though. I want to go back to that just really quick. So one side of it, you know, this sheet here, you could cut these down and make your card front or whatever. But one side is going to have a beautiful design and the other one is kind of like a brush stroke. And I'm going to use this one today. But I love this DSP. I was kind of wanting to do a retreat, and I was thinking about doing it around the suite. I love it so much. So I'm going to use the 2 3/8 circle punch that comes from the Circle Sayings bundle. And then I'm going to use Moody Mauve ink, my sentiment. We're going to use some of the iridescent rhinestone basic jewels. And then I'm just going to slide all of these off. These are my dies and my cardstock. We'll go over all that as I'm doing it here in a minute. Oh my goodness. There we go. So this is the card, and you guys know I went to a retreat last week, 3 days. Yeah, Mary said she bought it, and she's been playing with it, and she loves it. I do too, Mary. It is one of my favorites. But this is the card I designed for that event I went to last weekend for a shoebox swap. And I just love how it turned out. I love the colors. I honestly got myself into a little bit of a predicament making that. I miscalculated my quantity of DSP I needed. Had to go back, used all my Moody Mauve, like all my Moody Mauve cardstock. I had to design 34, and it was quite the ordeal and very stressful trying to figure out how I was going to get all of them made. So like I just said, my card base is Moody Mauve. And when you place an order and you earn the free make and take packets, guys, I will send you the PDFs and the replay of this video in an email so you can watch the video to go back and see how to put the cards together. But I'll also email you the PDFs that you can print out or just pull up and look at, whatever you want to do to show you how to put the cards together. So the card base is Moody Mauve 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then we have this piece of Bubble Bath that is 4 by 5 1/4. And then you will cut your Fresh as a Daisy DSP 2 by 5. And we're just going to use the 2 3/8 circle punch to punch that hole out. And then you are also going to punch your, you know what, I don't think I used, yeah I did, okay. 2 3/8 circle punch to use Moody Mauve. I couldn't remember if I used that and then sized down. But I think for the flower, I decided I needed that. I would recommend, I think it would look better if the circle was a little bit smaller. It's kind of a tight fit in there, but it does work. I'd never made a card like that, you guys, so I was super excited to try it. But we will go ahead. I already popped that out. And I just kind of lined this up centered, just eyeballing it. Something like that probably. And then just pop that out. That's pretty easy. And then let me put this out of the way, because we're done using that. And we'll just I just put a brand new roll of adhesive on here because last week when I finished, I think I had just run out. And luckily I noticed that before I hit the go live. I didn't plan to stay after work last night. I didn't plan to work over, and I ended up staying over 2 hours. So I worked 10 hours yesterday. We had quite a few orders that came in that we weren't able to finish on our shift, and they're kind of priority orders, and I felt bad, so I wanted to stay and make sure that they got done. I'm going to move this out of the way for right now because we're going to do our die cutting, because I'm going to need those pieces here in a minute. So I'm using copper clay, and I just cut this down. All I want is this image right here, so that's why these other flowers are going to halfway get cut out. I'm going to use the Bubble Bath for this piece, and then basic white for everything else. This is going to be the center. This is going to be another part of the flower. This is the sentiment, and then I'm going to need 2 of these like leaf things. So let me just kind of scooch that over where I can get my big shot in here. And you can see right there where I did a lot of die cutting on the shoebox swap. I had never participated in a shoebox swap, and they wanted you to have everything done as much as possible so it would go by quick, because we were making 34 cards. And it was quite an ordeal, let me tell you. I mean, everything went really smoothly. I ended up making all of mine, except for, I think, 1. And I just got so tired, and it was like every time I kept trying to get over to that one station where the card was that I needed to make, somebody was always there. And so when it got down to where that was the only one I needed, it was like 10 o'clock at night. It didn't start till 7. And I was really tired. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get that packet and I'll make it later. still haven't made it, but I have the packet. Hey, Kathy. Okay, let's move these out. We'll pop all of these out here in a minute. The ones that are going to stay, and we need to cut this one again. This one was the only one that was really tedious because all of these little intricate pieces. And it still really wasn't too bad. But this one did slow down the process of die cutting all that stuff out for everybody. Okay, now we need another one of these. And I want to clear this off because if you don't have all of this removed and you put your cardstock on there, it's going to emboss it with that. So you want to make sure you have a clean slate. Okay. Yeah, now I'm super excited to see what everybody's going to come up with the new sweets. It was kind of getting hard designing, and I hated to showcase last week the crafting one, and then you guys couldn't order the stuff, but I was kind of in a pinch because things were selling out. I was designing projects and then would get ready to share it with you guys only to be, you know, find out that, oh, you can't do that now because they can't get that. So I do have, if anybody is interested, I do have a few extra kits from last week's. I always make extra because I never know how many orders I'm going to get. It varies from week to week. And so I do have a few orders if anybody's interested. If you would want to place an order but don't want this week's and you want last week's, just email me before you place your order so we can guarantee that I'm going to have what you want. I don't want you to place your order and then me have to tell you, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have any of those anymore. So please do that before you place your order so we don't have upset people at me. Okay, I'm just trying to keep all my dies together really quick, guys, so I don't have to worry. It's really bad when you lose your dies trying to find them, especially if they're small ones. And if you're commenting and I'm not responding, it's because when I'm doing this, I really can't see the comments. So I always go back to see if anybody has any questions or asked a question that I might have missed. And I always try to check it at the end before I end the live so I could ask it while we're still live. Okay, let me kind of get this. I'm going to dump my little trash bowl because I have filled it up already. Okay, now this one we have to do a little surgery on. We just go around and trim off whatever cut out that we don't want remaining. And it is all of these pieces right there. Okay, now I have to take my sweater off because I'm getting a little bit hot. So give me just a minute, guys. Okay, so we are going to take this white piece, and the way I found was the easiest was like these petals to me are shorter than these over here, so that is where I started. And then we're going to put this piece down and it's just going to adhere right there like that. And I'm going to use liquid glue because I want the few minutes to be able to go around and adjust if need be. And by all means, you could absolutely use our adhesive sheets when you're going to make these. I just want to make sure I have that turned in the right direction before I start putting that down. And I'm not pushing really hard until I get it lined up because I really don't want it to start adhering. This one leaf right here is kind of like messing me up because it's not where it's supposed to be. It got ripped a little bit. And so it's not wanting to line up like it should. So now I'm going to have to get forceful with it. See if I can get it just a smidge. Okay, I don't want to ruin it, so I'm just going to leave it. That's good enough. So we'll do that just like that. And then we're going to do the same thing with the bubble bath. I designed this one, and I don't know where the other one is, the original one. But I designed it like this, and then I also designed it with stamping it and die cutting it out. Let me grab my tweezers really quick. I don't know where my other ones are, so I don't like to use these because I like to use these only for embossing. But, okay, it goes, whoops. It goes this way. So this little leaf right here is the one that's going to go right there. And again, I'm just going to kind of lay it, and I'm not going to really push down until I start getting it in the position where I want it to be. Something like that. Okay. Just like that. And then we're just going to take the white piece, and you could stamp on this piece if you wanted to. I just chose to leave it just white. We're going to put that back there. And then I'm just going to let that dry for a minute. I don't want to touch it too much while I'm waiting for it to dry. Hey, Patricia. Okay, if you guys are in my card club, I need suggestions because I am struggling really bad this week on what to make for card club, what bundle, because I love so many of them. And I was thinking this one. I was thinking the birthday balloon ones. I was thinking the Zany Zoo. Oh, the country one. And I want to say there was one more I was throwing around. There's so many of them, you guys. I'm having a really hard time deciding on which one to use. And I need help. I'm trying to find my dimensionals, guys, so bear with me. And then I just put a couple of dimensionals on the back. I'm starting... I probably won't start tonight, but it will be tomorrow, getting those designed. So look for that over the weekend. And if you want to sign up for that, it's $38 a month. Where is my card base? Let me grab it. Okay, guys. And then what I did too was I just put that on, and then I just kept turning it, like if it was like that and that piece is hanging over, just turn it until you get it to where you want. And I wanted it all the way out as far as I could get it. So this was prominent. The cutout was prominent. And then I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of my flower. Yeah, I liked this better than doing it stamped and then die cutting it out. I liked the 3D layering look on this. Okay, and then I just kind of turned that there. And then I'm going to stamp the sentiment. I think I don't need my glue anymore. So let's grab this. I'm going to use my photopolymer matte because, or my matte because I have a photopolymer stamp and that just helps cushion it. My countertop's kind of hard. It's just going to give me a better image. Okay, there we go for Moody Mauve. One of my favorite new colors. I love that color. And then I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this. Well, I didn't mean to put 3, but since it's there, we'll just leave it. Okay, and then we're just going to put this right side up at the bottom. And then we're going to grab, I'm just going to grab these. This must have been in one of the extra kits I had. And we're going to put the, oops, one came off on my hand. Let's see if I can pick it up this way. Come on. We're going to put one right about there. And then, let's see if I can peel this off. Put one up here. If I can get it to not stick to my finger anymore. And then that one I'll pick up. Come on. And put it, let's put it right about there. Okay, guys, that is it for card 1. Okay. Yeah, Patricia, that's what I've been doing is using the ones that's carried over. And, you know, I do have several that I haven't used yet that carried over, so that might be a good idea. Okay, here is card 2. I actually made this a couple of weekends ago with my team members during our team meeting. We do a monthly card challenge where I give them it's like mystery stamping. I give them the measurements and everything, and then we all come up with our cards. So I used the stylish shapes, and I just used the larger and the second larger, layered them, and cut out my circle. I'm going to use Garden Green ink. I'm going to try to move this. I don't think I need Moody Mauve again, but we shall see. And then I embossed this piece of Lemon Lolly using the Cane 3D embossing folder. That one carried over. Let me get all of this off here, and then I'll tell you the measurements. Okay, let me pull up the PDF for this card. So Garden Green is my card base, and it is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. I just told you the Lemon Lolly is embossed, and it is 4 by 5 1/4. You're going to need 2 pieces of crushed curry. That is 1 1/4 by 4. And then 2 pieces of the Fresh as a Daisy DSP that are 1 by 4 that will layer. And then this is for my sentiment label. And then these are for the ferns again. And then this one is for the stamping. Now, I don't send you any of the die cut. Like, I'm not going to send you the label or these little figs, stems, whatever you want to call them, because you can order the bundle and then do them yourself. But if I do use something that is not included in the suite I'm featuring, I do send that. So you will get your circle. So you are going to get your 2 circles, okay? And then I do send you the cardstock cut, the DSP cut. I will send you the cardstock so you can cut these out, and then the cardstock so you can stamp, okay? Okay, let's go ahead and we'll stamp our flower so we can get our die cutting out of the way. So I don't think I have my Lemon Lolly, so hold on a minute. And I have to remember, you guys, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't have my image, when I got back from Michigan, I was rushing, trying to get these things done. So let me grab this one and this one, and I have the sentiment. So we're good on that front. And then let me grab a couple blocks. And I think I can remember the colors. I think I stamped it in, it looks like crushed curry and lemon lolly. So that's what, oops, that one didn't go on there very good. That's what I'm going to use, so wish me luck. So this one is going to be more of the outer image. So this one is going to be the crushed curry. So I'm just going to ink that up and stamp it. And I think that's all for crushed curry. And then lemon lolly is going to be the inside piece. I don't want to just stamp that, what I just inked up. There we go, that's right. This may not be right. I might have stamped it in crushed curry and stamped off, but we shall see. So now I'm just going to turn this until I find, I thought that I think it's that way right there. I can't see, you guys. The camera is right in my forehead. That doesn't really look like the same color. So I'm thinking I did it in crushed curry and maybe stamped off on the crushed curry, but I'm going to leave it like that because it's okay. The color blends in. I'm not too worried about it. But I'm kind of thinking that maybe I did it in crushed curry, stamped off crushed curry, and then stamped it again. So I'm not sure. Let me grab the center of my flower, and we're going to do that in Garden Green. I will test it out before I write up the final PDF to send you guys and let you know, those of you that place orders, to let you know the exact color of that. I don't think I used daffodil. I used whatever color coordinates with the DSP. So whatever that is what I used. Okay, we can't stamp the sentiment yet. So let's go ahead and die cut. I'm going to move the card so I have a little bit more room. And I can go back and watch the... Oh, no, I can't. I didn't record it. I was going to say our Zoom meeting to see, but I don't think I wrote it down because we made them on the fly. Oh, bye, Patricia. She's running out of battery life. Okay. It has been very crappy weather so far this week. Rain mixed with snow. I think today is, actually this afternoon, it's supposed to start getting better. I think it's still supposed to be a little bit chilly. But I think as far as the rain and all that kind of nastiness, that's going away. And then I think for several days, including the weekend, it's going to be very nice. So I am so excited about that. Okay. Grab that from there. And pop that out. Usually when I design these cards, you guys, I write down on the supply list as I'm designing it and get my trays ready for my live. But because I went to Michigan last weekend for 3 days, I knew I had to get this week's projects done. So this one, like I said, I did during my team meeting. And so I didn't write anything down. That's why my trays are a little bit off today. The other one I designed for the card swap, and then the last one I had to get done when I got back. So that's why that's all a fiasco right now. And I'm not sure about my colors because I didn't write it down. Okay, let's stamp the sentiment in Garden Green. If you place your orders too, they have to be placed. My classes always start on Saturday. So that Saturday, so this past Saturday, the April 29th. Oh, I didn't cut my flower out. Why didn't you guys yell at me? So April 29th through this coming Saturday. Or Friday, actually. Sorry, Friday. So then I'm just going to rotate this. I had this like perfectly figured out when I was designing that, but there we go. Just keep turning it until it lines up. That's my motto. If you kind of catch those shorter leaves, like I said, that kind of makes it easier. That's what I did. I just looked for the shorter leaves, and then that's how I lined everything up. Okay, toss this. But these colors are in the DSP, so it's going to look okay. Okay, let's put, I'm going to use, because I didn't bring any of my thick, I'm going to use my liquid glue to adhere this piece down. Okay, Linda. Oh, yep, she said her golf game got canceled today because of the wind and cold temperatures. And I don't know if you guys seen my local ladies, but I already opened the registration for our card class for this month, for May. So these go all the way to the ends and just a border at the top and bottom. So make sure that you guys register. You just can't click on the event and say that you're going. You guys know the drill. You have to register so I know how many packets. It just makes it so much easier for me to go in the program I use and pull that event up and see who all registered, how many people registered, so I know how many card class kits I need to make. And then just kind of eyeball it when you're putting these down. A little bit from the top, a little bit from the bottom. I didn't space them equally at all. I just kind of put them where I wanted them to be. Going to put some adhesive on the back of this just to hold down our green. I'm going to kind of turn it in the direction I think I'm going to want to put it on the card front. Then I'll put my little stems kind of opposite each other. That's always how I like to do it. And then we'll put some dimensionals on the back. Oops. It will stick to my finger and then I'll flip it across my desk. Okay, we'll put this down, but first we want to put that circle down. So again, I'm going to use the liquid glue. That's just going to make it easier. Our seal is just a little bit wider than what we would want it for this. So I'm just going to go all the way around. When I was coming back from Michigan, in Angola was the name of the town I was in. I am telling you what, you guys, I stopped at a rest area, and it was the nicest rest area I have ever been in my life. It was very, very clean, and it was decorated so nicely. If I don't forget, I will share pictures. I've been showing everybody pictures. That's how nice it was. I stopped to take pictures of the inside of a restaurant. I just loved it. I showed my husband. I sent him to my husband. I was like, check out this rest stop in Angola. And I was like, way to go, Indiana, on your rest stop. It was very nice. It was very clean. The bathrooms were very clean. It was clean inside. The bathrooms, the like little door lock thing on the bathrooms was better than I've ever seen, really. Really nice. Okay, guys, card 2. I guess it is Lemon Lolly. That does look just like my card, doesn't it? I guess it didn't look like it. Okay, guys, it is Lemon Lolly. We have decided maybe when it dried, it looked a little bit similar. When I first stamped it, I was like, nope, that's not what I used. Not at all. Not even close. Okay. So I'm going to use Petal Pink ink and Pebbled Path. We're going to use some linen thread. I'm going to use those iridescent rhinestones again. I used the Country Corners dies, just the dies, to get... Okay, I can't pick this up, to get my label. And I will send you your 2 labels because this is not, you know, these dies don't come in that bundle. And get my sentiment and all of this. And then here is the super cute card that I am going to share with you guys. I do think I'm going to stamp this a little bit different. I honestly thought about stamping the outline in the Pebbled Path and then the inside in the Petal Pink. What do you guys think about that? I'm kind of thinking about trying that, or either stamping off when I do the inside. So there's a couple of different ways you could change that up if you want to. So let me pull up all these ink pads. Hold on a minute. Just a minute, guys. Let me clean myself some room. Okay. Let me pull up that PDF. Card base is going to be thick basic white. And this is 5.5 by 8.5. Scored at 4 1/4. And then I'll send you your basic white that is 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this piece on. No, I'm not, because I have to wrap my linen thread. Glad I remembered that, but now it's going to stick to my countertop. So I can't flip it over. The 2 labels, like I just showed you. The DSP I cut a little bit shorter. This is 2 by 5 1/4. And this is going to go on the front. And I'm just going to put that on there really quick. Flip it over. And then I'll get that linen thread so I can put that down. So this, I'm just going to line up like that. And then we'll wrap that linen thread. And that linen thread is going to stick, because I have this piece. I don't know. I cut it when I was cutting the kits, and I'm not sure if it's going to be enough to wrap around it twice. We'll see. And then leave me enough to tie my bow. I think it is. I think it is. So let's try it and see. And you can always, this has just got my adhesive on it, so I am going to try to get it maneuvered where I want it before I get it really tight. Okay, I lost which one my ends was. Hold on a minute. tying a bow on a live is always harder than tying it by yourself. Okay. Now that's kind of a hideous looking bow, so let's fix it. And I wanted it kind of big, but I think that is going to be big enough. And then I'm just going to trim if I can find my scissors. Just going to kind of eyeball it and trim that off. That was a perfect amount for that. Now let's peel up the basic white from my countertop. There we go. And I'm going to add a little bit more adhesive because I just took a lot of that off. Yeah, I should have wrapped my linen thread before I put my adhesive on, guys. So that's what I'm here for, is to teach you not to do my mistakes. And trust me, you will learn a lot by following me. Okay, let's pull this in. I do think I am going to try that, you guys, just to see what it looks like. It might look hideous, and we might be like, oh no, that's not pretty. So we'll learn together if we like it, the original or this one. And I just realized really quickly I'm going to have to grab a scrap piece of basic white for my label because I didn't grab that. So hold on. Let me just trim this down because I don't need that big of a piece. Whoops, sorry about that, you guys. And we'll grab this. Okay, I will cut that out here in a minute. I thought I might have already cut that out, but maybe I didn't. Okay, let's grab that out of my way. I think I'm going to do Pebbled Path. And I also, hold on a minute, need to get the stamp set. Boy, can you guys tell I was not on when I was making my trays up this week. Hold on a minute, I gotta grab a block. Big blocks were on top of the little blocks and I couldn't find them. Okay. Now I think I have everything I need, but we shall see. Okay, this is the outside, so this is the one I'm going to now do in my Pebbled Path. Wish me luck, guys. I'm kind of scared. Going to do it right at the top. And that stamps very dark. It almost stamps black, you guys, when you very first stamp it. When I first stamped it and I made this card, I thought to myself, do not like, do not like. And then it lightened, and I was like, okay, I can live with that. Now, I'm kind of not happy the way I stamped that for my stem, but it is what it is, so I have to put it where I have to put it. And then we'll put one leaf there, and then one leaf there. And I should have got a little bit closer, but I didn't, so I'm going to leave that open for the sentiment. And let me also clean the center from where I used it on the garden green. And we'll do petal pink. Oh, Mary, you're so kind. You are welcome. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it very, very much. If you guys didn't watch, if you guys didn't tune in, every week I would not have an excuse to do this, right? There would be no reason at all. So I really appreciate you guys joining me. Now, if this bugs you, you guys could take your little blend and kind of make your little leaf go all the way over. But I'm not going to worry about it because we're doing a live video, so whatever. Okay, let's move this out of the way. I'm going to move these because I'm going to get them all inked up on my other stuff if I don't get them out of the way. Okay, let's cut the label for the sentiment. So yeah, I didn't plan on staying over last night, you guys, and that was going to be the plan, was to come home and make sure that all this was right and work on any little last details. I ended up having to get up super early today to do it. And I felt bad and wanted to get those orders done, so I stayed over to finish them and didn't have time to do much of this because I didn't get home till super late. Okay. And I don't know if you guys can even see that that has lightened a little bit from where I stamped it, but it lightens even more, I think it does. Okay, let's flip this over. Yeah, when I first stamped it, I thought, oh my gosh, that looks black. I am not going to like this color. I thought I was going to end up not liking it as much as what the color is on the outside of the pad and in the pictures and things, but it does. It dries, and it dries a little bit lighter. So that makes it very nice. Okay. We'll put this then right in the center like that. And put some more dimensionals. Oh, Diana. Yeah, I love this set. Okay, ran out of dimensionals, so you will love it too. There are so many great ideas. And that's what I mean. I just have so many options right now for my card class, the projects, that I'm like, which one do I use? And I knew I'd already made these 3 cards, but I thought, you know what? I'm sure I can come up with 4 more cards using this bundle because it's just so pretty. So we're going to use a big little rhinestone, and then the smaller ones, we'll put one here, and then I'm just going to drop down here, and then one right over there, like that. Cute cards, right guys? Okay, that is card 3. So what do you guys think? Do you like it better in the pink or better in the Pebbled Path in pink for the flower? I'm not sure. I like both of them. I could go either way with that. Okay, guys, if you want me to send you 6 free make and take packets, all you have to do is use the host code and place a $35 order, and that earns you 6 free make and take packets, the PDFs, and the replay of today's YouTube Live. If you bump your order up to $50, I will send you a free embellishment, and you will also earn then the Global Sweetheart Tutorial Bundle. And if you bump it up to 100, you get all of that plus an additional embellishment. And the orders have to be placed now or through Friday at midnight. Diana said she likes the pebbled and the pink. I kind of think I do too now. Okay, last week I was giving away Olive Branch, and this person either commented or shared the video, and randomly I put all your guys' names in a little picker thing, and it chose this person, and it is Mary Moat. And Mary, I know I do not have your address, so if you would private message me, you can just go to my Facebook page, my BC Designs, and private message me your address. I will mail this out on Monday. Monday is when I do all of the mailings that I have to mail out. And then next week, if you comment or share, I will be giving away, hold on, the Full of Love stamp set. And that is commenting and sharing is how you'll be entered, guys. And I don't have any projects to share with you because I don't have anything designed for my card club this month yet, but I do have just a couple of things I wanted to share with you guys. This is the host code that you do have to use, and if you go to BC Designs, my Facebook page, there will be a link there that is clickable that will automatically add that host code to your order for you. And I also have that on my blog. My blog is bobbystamps.com, because that's what my name of my business used to be before it got hijacked. Hey, Stacy. So if you go to either of those places, I haven't linked anywhere I post this information, really. Oh, Mary said this is the first time she's ever went. Well, congratulations, Mary. You deserve it. Thank you so much for sharing or commenting on the video. And then In Color Club, I placed our orders yesterday for everybody that signed up for my In Color Club. So we all know the shipping situation right now. So just give me a couple of weeks to get that and get everything repackaged. And I'll get them in the mail to you as soon as I receive them. And then I will tell you a little about my monthly kit club. It's $38 a month. That includes priority shipping. You have to place, or you have to subscribe by the 20th of every month if you want that month's projects. If you subscribe after the 20th, you will get what I designed for the next month. And this is an ongoing subscription-based program, but once you subscribe, you're in until you unsubscribe. You don't have to keep subscribing every month. That's just for new people signing up. And I did want to add, if you are local, Jan said now she needs to see if she signed up for the class. I'm not sure, Jan. I don't think I seen yours, but I'm not sure. If you are local to me and you are a part of my card class, or my card club, when we have our card class every month, if anybody that is local is in my card club, I can bring my stamp set that I'm using, and you can make the cards after our local card class. I just wanted everybody to make sure that you're aware of that. And then every month you receive enough cardstock to make 2 of each of the 4 designed cards or projects that I make. So that's 8 make and take packets. And then your kit will always include $20 worth of Stampin' Up! Products that you use to design the cards. It's usually DSP, like a half a pack, 6x6, embellishments, ribbon, that kind of thing. And then after you've been a member for 6 months, you earn a free $25 product bonus. And then you will get the videos and the PDFs. Okay, let me see what else, guys. I think that's it. I also would ask if you guys want to sign up for my weekly newsletter. You'll get a free PDF once you sign up. And then every week I send out a newsletter, and I also include a free PDF in that. And really quick before we go, I had this happen a couple of days ago that I need to explain, and I just want everybody to be very aware of this. Because I'm doing, well, it's been this way from the beginning. I no longer do the Bobby Bucks. I no longer offer that rewards program unless you're already in it. So nobody knew, but if you're already in it, I'm not going to say no, I'm not going to do it. But if you use the host code and get the weekly free make and take packets, you cannot use that on your Bobby Bucks, because then you're double dipping. You're getting a credit for that order that you placed and getting $40 worth of product from me. And then you're also getting these 6 free make and take packets. So you have to decide which one you want to use. You either have to use the Bobby Bucks for just an order that does not offer anything free from me, like the make and take packets. I mean, that's just a straight out play. I'm just placing this order with you. Then you can put that on your Bobby Bucks reward tracker. If you are placing an order using the host code to get the weekly free classes, you cannot put that on your Bobby Bucks, because that is double dipping. You're getting credit, $40 credit on the Bobby Bucks, and then you're getting the free make and takes, and then I'm losing money. So I have to be very careful about that. I wish I could give you guys everything for free, but it costs me money. And so everything I do, I have to calculate what my cost is and, make sure I'm not losing money. And I hate saying it and I hate doing it, but it's just part of the business. So I just want everybody to be, be aware of that. Make sure that when you're tracking it on your Bobby Bucks, you're not using it in another promotion where you already got something for free. Okay? Sorry about that, guys, but I had to say it. Okay, guys, I'm going to go. I think that's everything I had for you this week. I will be back next Wednesday at noon.